This video is a little cheat sheet to ice baths. Everyone does ice baths for different reasons. For me, it's not only about physical benefits, even if there are a lot. For me, ice bath is a mental resilience training. So if I go to the ice bath because it's super uncomfortable, and when I'm able to sit for the time I set up for myself, even if my body's screaming, even if all the thoughts are telling me that I want to get out and I stay, it builds my confidence. It builds my belief that I can achieve anything if I set my mind to it. It's overcoming the mind. And it very often I say that ice bath reminds me the panic attack or anxiety attack when your mind is super busy, you start breathing super fast, and it's scary. If you overcome and you don't react for the first 20, 30 seconds, then your breath settles, your heart rate slows down, and you will stay only with uncomfortable feelings in your body. Usually the hands, the feet are the most uncomfortable, and it's a pain, but the pain that you are able to overcome because you are strong enough. Let me tell you how to go through ice bath. First, if you haven't done it before, book your ice bath, and if you can, do it with a friend, someone that you can do it together, hype yourself up, and you will not give up. Because at the beginning, it's something that you don't know what is it, and you may go to the water and say, no, I want to get out, and you'll give up. If you are with someone, your ego potentially will not allow you to do that because you see this other person is doing it and they stay. If you go, always before wash yourself up. You can also go to sauna first, then go take a shower and go into the ice. Usually there are different temperatures. You have 10, 12 degrees and you have 3, 5 degrees. Depending on the venue, you can have both or just one. If you are starting, start with higher temperature, feel how it feels in your body, and go to the lower temperature. Usually for men, it's easier to experience lower temperatures. For women, don't experience the low temperatures well, and it's also depending on where they are in the cycle. So I always listen to my body, but also always challenge myself. When you get into the water, what you feel? At the beginning, the feeling will be it will be shock. Yeah. So your heart rate is fast. You start like, how you can overcome it? You slow down your breath. You extend your exhale. And you calm yourself down. Always when you extend your exhale, your heart rate is going down. And you also find something to focus on. So breath is super powerful to focus on. Set up your timer for 2 minutes. You can start with 90 seconds. You go into the water, you start exhaling, and then you get to the point when at the beginning your mind is spinning like crazy and telling you should get out, you should get out. But then slowly your mind starts to be quiet. What I always like to do is to tell myself, you can do anything what you set up your mind to. Or I'm telling myself, you can do it, you can do it, you are strong. These affirmations are always helping me to stay longer. And when I feel some sensations, some pain in my extremities, I just tell myself, it's just the sensations, just the sensation, it will pass. Everything that you can comfort yourself. And more you stay still, the easier it gets. If you want a little bit of challenge, you can start moving and water is flowing and it become a little bit more uncomfortable. When you finished, you just get out. And if you want to go to do the contrast therapy, so go to sauna, it's perfectly fine. But first, let your body to warm up naturally. So go get your cold shower after ice bath, and then you can move yourself if you want to warm yourself up. But if you are inside, it's not necessary. Stay for 5-10 minutes and you start feeling the shake. You start feeling the chill, you start feeling cold. And this is the moment that actually you want to feel, because this is for the health benefits. When you go to the cold, the whole point is then your body start warming up naturally. And that's the beauty. You can go to the sauna for 10-15 minutes. That's how I usually do it. And then I go to ice bath. I usually do, for the contrast therapy, I do 3 sessions, 10-15 minutes sauna. I love Finnish sauna, but you can also do infrared. And after that, I do the ice bath for 2 minutes. Depends how I feel. Sometimes I start with 10, 12. If I'm like, oh, it's cold outside, I don't like it. Usually it's not enough at this moment for me, so I want to feel a little bit discomfort. And Andrew Huberman was saying about feeling discomfort. This is when you are growing, that you are changing your brain if you get to the point when something is uncomfortable. So if you get used to the temperature, just do something more uncomfortable, and then this adaptation is happening again. I know there's a lot of talks that ice baths are not the best for women, etc. I tell you what I believe. I believe that everything is about you. So if you listen to your body, if you get to know yourself, if you are able to hear what your body is saying, then you know if this is the good time for sauna or for ice bath or not. And this is what I do. Last time I was sitting with ice bath and I was hearing these voices in my head of people who say, oh, you shouldn't do this or that. But then I was feeling how good, how healing it felt in my body. And for me, that was the most important, if my body is responding well to it. So I highly recommend that you try it. And you see how much every time you go into the water, how uncomfortable it is and how much resilience and confidence you build. And anytime in your life you feel that it's uncomfortable, you can remind yourself how well you did. Yay! Comment below how you experienced the ice bath and what did you learn from this experience.